Hi there, my friend. So yeah, this is what everybody always says. Well, they've got your image from social media. They've got your image from, Walmart cameras or anything else. So there's a lot that people don't understand about how things work and the world that you're in. So we're moving into an age where deep fakes are going to become a problem. And that means any of your images can be taken and videos can be created. Awful things can be portrayed in your image. And that's the government's excuse for initiating a program like this. It is to be able to prove that you are you and you are human. It's part of Zero Trust technology, and it's called Operation Zero Trust. The U.S. military has been working on this for the past few years to initiate Zero Trust technology over our entire Internet of Things. And it's under this guise to protect you from this age of deepfakes and hacking that we're moving into. Because here's the thing. If they take let's say that there was some type of criminalization issue. If they take an image off of your social media, they can't prove it's you. You could have been hacked. That could be a deep fake. Our images are altered on our social media with things like filters and things. In fact, you guys do not know, like right now as I'm speaking, you don't know that I look like this. I could very well be a black man sitting behind the camera, okay? I could be. That's the level of technology today. I'm not. I'm just wearing a filter. It's me. But that's the level of technology when it comes to videos. I've seen many deep fakes on TikTok already, and I've seen people repost them as if they're real. Okay, so that's the government's guise for initiating such a program. But I'm going to tell you something. Anything that's done in secret, anything that's done so subversively is never for your protection, okay? Because in turn, what it does is, well, understand this first. So the entire information infrastructure, your fiber optic lines, your satellites, your data centers, your data banks, these are all privately owned by private-owned corporations, extremely wealthy men, okay? So since it's private, government doesn't have any jurisdiction over it. I really wish the public would understand what private means. So the government doesn't have any jurisdiction within our cloud behavior or the Internet of Things that we operate in constantly. So that means they don't have any power for persecution. Unless you do something or say something that causes any kind of real world harm, they don't have any jurisdiction to persecute you or control you based upon what you do on the internet or what you say on the internet. They have to acquire that jurisdiction. And the method that they acquire that jurisdiction is by you consenting to hand your identity over into their ownership within their database and their system. Okay? So now, in doing so, they own your identity. They own your name, your address, all of the information that goes with it, which they already do through the birth certificate. Okay? A lot of people don't understand that. But we have the power to undo what they've done with the birth certificate. This particular database is something very different because it also attaches your biometrics to your identity. So what that means is, in the future, if they want to persecute people for saying the wrong thing or not believing the right way or visiting certain sites they don't approve of, they can very well do that now because, one, they own your identity. You consented to give them ownership. And what they're persecuting people on is using their identity in a way that they don't approve of. Which I know probably doesn't make sense to people because you think you are your name. You think you are your identity. And you're not. But in that persecution, if folks try to say, hey, my account was hacked, or that's not me, or that's a deep fake, they're going to say, oh, no. We've got your facial recognition. that's you. What they're also building is a system where for any minor infraction in the real world, what will happen, let's say you're driving down the road and you're going a little too fast, okay? You'll pass a camera along the road, and instantly you have a ticket, and instantly it's coming out of your bank account. Because if you jaywalk, any infraction, I mean, they make the rules, so any rule that you break, immediately you're fined, penalized, and is taken right out of your bank account. Because in accepting that ID, the 2005 Real ID Act, you guys should go read it, you are agreeing to limited or no judicial review, which is a constitutionally guaranteed right, and you're forfeiting it by accepting that ID. And that's just because we're moving into a surveillance state. And unfortunately, the world as you know it is about to change in ways that, one, no one is paying attention to, two, people cannot even imagine, because the minds of folks are living in an outdated world, and it is time to catch up. But I hope that explains things a little deeper, that no, they can't use any of your other images, okay? The government can't. I mean, like, because they can't prove it's you, and you have not submitted to hand jurisdiction over your image, over your identity to them in the cloud, right? In the real world, we have through our birth certificate and other forms of contract, but in the cloud, which is a privately owned world, okay, they don't have any jurisdiction. The only thing they can get jurisdiction over is you and your identity and how you behave. And at the same time, they're not willing to place any regulation or any protection over this technocracy, over the technology that's here, how the technology can be used as weapons against the population, used to enslave people. They don't want to put past any regulation concerning AI, but they want to regulate you, your behavior, what you believe in, what you do, what you say concerning the Internet of Things. Because when we speak about digital convergence and the Internet of Bodies, what you guys got to understand is for your children, they want your children to live in smart cities. And your children will live, work, and play within VR reality. Okay? And I just encourage the public to catch up to the world you're in. And I hope that my information helps you folks do that.